Hi, my name is Alesis. I'm the co-founder of MyMusicWorkshop.com, and I've been playing drums and teaching drums for many, many years. So if you are looking for a drum set for a child, I want to be able to help you out. Let's break down some of the options you have so you can find the absolute best fit for your child and your family. Now, playing drums is awesome. It is a great instrument to start out with, so I commend you on looking for a drum set for your kids, but I know it can be challenging, especially if you're not a drummer or musician, to understand what's going to work and all the things you need and what the different prices are and so on and so forth. So the first thing I want to help you decide is whether to get an acoustic drum set or an electric drum set. Here's the difference. An acoustic drum set is like a regular drum set with real drums and cymbals, and they have drum shells and drum heads, and they can be pretty loud, but they are awesome. The benefit to an acoustic drum set is they sound great. They are the real thing, so to speak, and they're less expensive than electronic drum sets. But there's a disadvantage too, and that's the same thing we just mentioned, right? They're loud. So having a place to be able to play those drums and being able to tolerate drumming in your home for months and months and hopefully years and years can be a challenge. So those are the drawbacks and hopefully some of the benefits of an acoustic drum set. Now let's talk about electronic drums. Now these have come a long way over the years. I think they're great, and I think they're actually great for families and for kids because they are so much quieter than acoustic drums. And of course, that's the main challenge when starting a child on drums is, oh boy, it's gonna be loud. So electronic drums, again, are phenomenal, but the drawback is they're not real drums, so to speak, but they make great sounds. They sound like real drums. They can be turned down or up. They can be listened to in headphones. They're not totally quiet or totally silent. You still will hear tapping on those drums when your child plays, but it's much, much quieter than acoustic drums. The other drawback to electronic drums is they are more expensive than acoustic drums. They can be pricey, but the prices have come down over the years. All right, let's do a quick breakdown of some of what I think are the best options in the category of acoustic and electronic drums. Let's start with acoustic drums. All right, the first one here is this Mendini drum set. This Mendini drum set is meant for kids like 5 and under, and it's a good quality product. That's the reason I like it, is they put good drum shells, that's the wooden part. They put good drum shells on there. They have good drum heads, good hardware. It will last. It's a bit on the loud side, and it doesn't have all the pieces of a normal drum set. It's missing something called a hi-hat cymbal. There are two cymbals that stack on top of each other. This does not have that, but it does have a good amount of drums. Comes with a seat, comes with a pedal, and I think even a pair of sticks. So this whole thing will get you started, and it's great on a budget as well. But if your child is serious about taking drum lessons or older than the age of about 4 or 5, I would go the next step up. All right, the next drum kit is this one by Ludwig. Ludwig is a reputable brand. They make great stuff. A lot of pro drummers play Ludwig instruments. Now, this one's good because it's sized right for kids, so all the drums are a little bit smaller. You can imagine if you have a full-size adult drum set, that bass drum, the one that sits in the front there, can be pretty tall. And it's hard to get the other drums above the bass drum and have kids be able to reach them, because kids are going to be sitting lower. So this one is made for kids, and it's got a few of the other things you'd need besides just the drums. Like it comes with stands for the cymbals, it actually comes with cymbals, and it comes with a pedal. The only thing I think you need is a drum seat, and we will talk about that later. It's called a throne, by the way, because us drummers, you know, I won't say the rest. Okay, so these are two good products. There's a ton of other products out there. There's a ton of quality instruments out there, but I want to kind of point you in the right direction with these two particular ones. We recommend them on our website, mymusicworkshop.com, where we've got a kids instrument area with a few of the other instruments that we recommend as well. All right, those are the two acoustic drum sets that I would say. Now let's move on to the electric sets. There are a lot of brands making electronic drum sets. Now, a few of them are really fantastic, and some of them are just frankly not that great. So I would stay away from most of the brands. So I'm gonna try to point you in the direction with a few here. The first one is by Alesis. Alesis is a name brand in electronic instruments. They make all sorts of electronic music gear, but they make awesome electric drum kits. Now, they're not the absolute best, but they are right there. So this is the Alesis Nitro drum kit, and we've chosen it because it's a good starter drum set, not too expensive, and it is a quality instrument. That means it's going to hold up for you over time, and it's going to sound good. You want your kids playing something that they're inspired by, and that gets them excited when they sit down to play the instrument. All right, the other thing that I really like about this Alesis, and that you should definitely look out for when you get any sort of electronic drum kit for your kids, is the kick drum or bass drum setup. Now, some electronic drum sets, especially the least expensive ones, they come with just a pedal. And that pedal is how you activate the sound of the bass drum. I don't particularly love those because as a child is learning to play the drums, you need to learn what it feels like to play a real bass drum pedal like this. So the Alesis kit here, this Nitro kit, has a setup for an actual bass drum pedal, and I highly prefer that, even if it costs a few dollars more versus the pedal that has the sound integrated into it. Hopefully that makes sense. So I want to tell you a couple other things you're going to need for this drum kit. You will need a seat, and this seat right here that we've got linked down below is a great seat for the price. All kinds of music gear can get really pricey on you, but there's a few things you want to look for in a drum seat and other music gear. So with a drum seat, you want it to be comfortable so a child can sit on it and play for a while, and you want it to be sturdy and adjustable. This is one that we have searched for and found to be a good product. It's linked down below there for you as well. Let's talk about drum sticks. You're going to want those whether you get an acoustic or an electric kit. I think the best size for kids is a 7A. Now in drumstick world, there's all sorts of sizes. 7A is a relatively thin drumstick. It's a normal length of drumstick, but your kids can choke up or reach a little bit higher to play on longer sticks. And 7A is just a quality size, so I recommend 7A drumsticks. There is a pack of drumsticks that are good that we also recommend and put in the description down there. You will also need a bass drum pedal. Gosh, all these things are starting to add up, right? But they should hold up for a really long time, and we've tried to assemble things that aren't that expensive. So the bass drum pedal that we recommend is down below as well. Now you can of course buy more expensive and higher quality stuff, but in terms of meeting the minimum requirements of being a good quality part of an instrument, this bass drum pedal here is the one we recommend. So you've got your seat, you've got your bass drum pedal, you've got your sticks, and then your electronic Alesis drum kit. That'll really get you set up well. You'll also want headphones for those, and there are plenty of good headphones out there, so I'll let you choose the headphones on your own there. And let's move over to the last product I want to recommend today. It is the Roland TD1 MK electronic drum set. Now this is a super high quality instrument. It is not cheap. I believe right now it's going around $700 for just the kit. But it is a really great electronic drum set. Again, we're not sponsored by Roland or anything like that, but Roland is a great product. I have a Roland drum set myself that I really enjoy playing on. All right, the thing that makes this so good are the sounds, number one, in the electronics of this instrument. They sound like real drums. Then the pads themselves feel like real drums when you're playing them, drums or cymbals, and they have a lot of sensitivity range. That means you can play them really quiet and get a quieter sound, up to playing them louder and getting a louder sound. So Roland, I think, is the flagship or the best in electronic drum sets. So you'll need some of those other things that I mentioned for the Alesis: seat, sticks, bass drum pedal, but this Roland is the top of the line of all the things we talked about today. There's obviously tons and tons of drum sets, tons of options and ways you can go when picking a drum set for your child, but at a minimum, get them something that sounds good and that is of quality. When you get into the range of instruments sort of being more like toys, it's harder for kids to stay with playing, and the instrument kind of deteriorates quicker. If you're looking for drum lessons for your child or any other music lessons, we have piano and ukulele as well as lessons for younger children. You can check out mymusicworkshop.com, where we've got a whole world of music for kids. I hope this helps you decide on a great drum set for your child, and we'll see you later.
For more music fun, visit us at mymusicworkshop.com.